Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video, and today we're talking about the last part of this entire Simon talks on Twitter, and I'm going to kind of go through some of my thoughts on all of this. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, a few days ago, or a while ago, Simon responded to some pictures saying, which season would you like to adapt? It was Lupin Ranger versus Pato Ranger, and it was Q Ranger. And Simon basically said, in this day and age of the climate, police wouldn't be a good thing with what's been going on. And obviously, Q Ranger has way too many rangers, 12 rangers, so you wouldn't be able to get a good and decent storyline from it. And we all agreed. Most people in the fandom agreed that this would happen. Like, it's absolutely fine. But what did some fans say? What did they say about this, and how did they go about it? Well, they didn't like it and they attacked him. They turned around and said, you can do this, you can do that. It's very easy to do this, it's very easy to do this. I would do this, I would do that. And they went after him. And they not like the way that you would expect, but it was a way that was really bad. And it caused Simon to then turn around and say that he's leaving Twitter not leaving Twitter, but he's not answering any questions about Power Rangers. Now we're going to look at some of these because I want to talk about this, and there's quite a bit. So jumping over to the website right now, let's have a look. So gonna need to move OBS so I can see, or Streamlabs so I can see what is going on with this. So, I'm stepping back from answering questions about Power Rangers for now. I have a lot of work to do, and this is proving to be too much of a distraction, and I guarantee that is 100%. Now, I didn't respond to this one, I liked it, but obviously we've got stuff like from Toko Chris. Don't know how you put up with some of these questions you did. Admire your patience. Thanks for sharing some of the rare insight behind the scenes. Whatever the future holds, best wishes towards it, selfishly hoping you're still part of future plans. And I would like Simon to be part of this because I know Simon is absolutely fantastic for this franchise. So we went on, like most people here, as I'm scrolling down, say the exact same thing. Oh, hey, like take your time, you don't need to do anything. Now, I wanted to poke fun at Josh, because Josh is one of those type of people that kept asking questions over and over again. But I'm glad that he's saying, I understand, keeping Dino Fury awesome and wishing you all the best. I thought he was going to go on one. So, this is a user here that I have seen around. It says Dan, this person. I think you and Hasbro is forgetting one important detail that fans keep Power Rangers alive, meaning we are the ones that keep Power Rangers alive for almost 30 years, so you should take our feedback to help. Now, as we find out, Dan here is not giving feedback. What he is doing is being a dick. Let's have a look at this thing, show that. Just shut up from being LGBTQ plus haters to demanding Simon Bennett to do what you want makes you a piece of shit. Correct. Okay, because they're demanding. Like, if it was just the occasional, I think you need to do this, then, I could understand. But from what I've been seeing of Dan, he has been going on hating a lot. Another big one here is LGB, and we've had a discussion. We've had multiple things, and I feel like the conversation we had didn't work well in his eyes. Says, I just hope that you and the staff take the feedback in for improving on the future, and that the producers change their minds about Q Ranger. Really, everyone wants this season, I don't, and it would disappoint more fans than not if we don't get it. Keep up the good work. Now, that's not a bad statement. That's not bad. I do, though, think that they shouldn't adapt this. They should only turn it if they do animate it and go down that road. That is where you will see this series shine. If you go down the whole live action, you won't see it, and it's going to be bad. It's just not going to be what you want. So kind of scrolling down and seeing more. Thank you, Simon. You are like Zordon on our social medias. You always have an answer to all our questions. We appreciate you and keep up working hard on Dino Fury. We love your work. That's a really nice one. I'm not going to go against the Ranger Project on that one. But this guy, Except he shouldn't though. I hate that the Illuminati has a monopoly on Power Rangers news, where they could spread disinformation, but it seems Mr. Bennett got into trouble for giving us the BTS info. He should assign a PR team to run his Twitter, like all people in show business. Now Simon, obviously he can't say what happens like with the future of Power Rangers. He can only do it because that's fine. So I don't know why this comment comes out of nowhere. Illuminati haven't been wrong on a lot of stuff, so they've been right on certain things. It's just that people don't like this news, and when it drops that the series has split, then that's when we're going to see more. Well, fans, we did it. We broke him. I'm ashamed of what overbearing questions about Power Rangers weighed heavily on my mind. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing. Like, Simon has been very, very patient and being able to give us information behind the scenes and stuff on his thoughts, and we broke him on that one. I want to see Zentai Zooja turned into Power Rangers, or Sentai Q Ranger turned into Power Rangers. We've never seen a Minecraft Power Rangers and would have not had a space season for a long time. This Simon Bennett is not listening to the fans. Listen to the fans. Now, Andrew, you're one of these bot people. Like, the reason why Zooja may not sell is because of how the toys are. They're not designed like Minecraft. They're too blocky, they can't move, and they'll be very boring. The figures may be absolutely fine, but majority of the Megazords look boring. And, you know, the story could be absolutely fantastic, but again, it might not sell well. And as Simon has said, it's the whole thing where it's got to be a brand decision. It's got to be with higher ups. It's not just let's adapt that. But again, when Simon says, like, I'm not answering these sorts of questions, and fans just instantly go with this, I want to see, the fans want to see. Have you asked every single Power Ranger fan? Because I don't want Zooja adapted. I don't particularly want Q Ranger adapted, not unless it was animated. Lupin versus Pat Ranger, I really do. But I'm not going to force that or talk about that properly and go for Simon and say, you need to do this. So this is another one which we're going to look at. Simon Bennett, I hope I'm saying his name right. Simon Bennett, you are wrong about Lupin Ranger versus Pata Ranger. You and Hasbro can totally adapt that Sentai by making it good Power Rangers versus evil Power Rangers. We fans are telling you and Hasbro to adapt more Sentai seasons because this is how Power Rangers works since day one. No, it doesn't. I am pretty much sure there's something in the contract that Saban had, was that you would never see evil Rangers there. You've seen them being turned evil, but then they turn good, but never bad Rangers all the time. And as much as Lupin Ranger versus Pata Ranger is one of those seasons where it's different, you know that they can't have that all the time, even if they've got good intentions. So this is one thing that really kind of irritates me. And it's just that one kind of attack. It's like, you should do that. He doesn't have to do anything he doesn't want to. And it's not to the fans, it's up to Hasbro. At the end of the day, if they want to put a brand new season, if they wanted to adapt Zenkaija or whatever the next season is, because Zenkaija is now slowly wrapping up, coming to an end. You know, if they brought out another one that's completely different, they could do that one if they wanted to. You know, it's not what we want, it's what we get given. And I feel like in this sort of fandom, when they turn around and say, well, what they turn around and say is that, you know, we tell them what we want, and then even when we get it, we're not happy with it. So rather than Hasbro listening at times, it should be, this is what you're getting. And he also has the right not to make them a season, and as fans we should respect their decision, which is true. Yes, of course. He also doesn't owe you or the fans anything, which again is absolutely fair. Here again, I really hope you have a good break. That's fine. But if you don't want Q Ranger or Lupin versus Pata Ranger, then it has to be either Zooja or Kira Major for the next season, even the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. So again, it's like, oh, I want this. Doesn't have to be this Sentai. It could be anyone else that they want. That's more like it, dude. That's more like it, dude. And remember, we don't believe some people with the rumors because it's misinformation. Just focus on Kira Major for some Sentai seasons for adaptation. Again, just fuck off. Simple. There's been no misinformation around. We'll find out very, very soon what's going on. So again, this one had the largest one, all of it. Well, I think you should take feedback as improvements for the future of Power Rangers live action seasons that are beyond Dino Fury Season 2, and especially for the 30th anniversary of a franchise, which is 2023. You know that this is harassment, right? Like, the dude literally just said that he won't answer any Power Ranger questions right now, and what did you decide to do? Tweeting the same stuff over and over again. And I would probably agree with it being the same thing over and over and over again. Like, that's all we kind of see. Has to be this, has to be that. Simon could just now literally say, I'm not answering any questions anymore about the show. And he could just lock his Twitter and that's it. Or he could just shut it down and start a new one, which I hope you don't, Simon. He doesn't have to do anything. He's not obliged to do anything. He's been great about it, and we should all be thankful for him opening up about the technical side as well as the creative side of making Power Rangers. Don't be such a dick to him and just say thank you. Agreed. 100% agreed. Just say thank you to Simon for doing this. No, he really shouldn't, because a lot of the so-called feedback he's received mostly ends up being condescending, or just Sentai fanboys wanting their ridiculous dreams to come true and pouring out their constant craving for this stuff to be alone. Gonna like that? That's absolutely fine. Okay, Dan, if you're so creative and great, show us a script. If it must at least last, it must last at 25 minutes. Have every character be there in a meaningful way, and at least according to people like you, and must find some way to incorporate some of the Sentai footage. You have until next Friday. Will that happen? No, but it's really funny. Well, I think you should be quiet. And then this sort of emoji, load of replies. Oh, there's more. Okay, you aren't entitled to him taking your feedback, Dan. And then obviously that, who cares what you think, and you're the reason why we had to leave Twitter for the time being. It's just a massive kind of fucking shitty thing that's been going on. So what are my kind of thoughts on this? I feel like we should just leave Simon alone. I feel he's been talking about this for some time, where he will give his answers, and then when he's given his answers to it, people don't believe him. Yet I guarantee if he turned around and said, oh, the next Sentai is going to be this, you know, it's like, oh, we all knew that Simon was correct. We all knew that Simon was going to say this properly. You know, we believe Simon, but yet because it doesn't fit into their personal thing, that they don't believe it's right, or they have to tell him stuff. And I feel like Simon could easily tell people just to go like F themselves. He's a good guy, he wouldn't do that. But I can see the stress kind of building on and on and on. I'm guessing it's like the actors from now until like previously, when the series went on, that they'd be asked questions like, what's going to happen in this episode? What's this? What's that? And they get kind of infuriated because they can't do anything and they can't say anything bad. But I think this is going to be the last video that we see on this. I just feel like if you're screaming like you'd have ideas and say, hey, I want this to happen, or I want this series, how about you just wait? Because at the end of the day, not all fans want that Sentai that you think. All fans want this, all fans want that. No, most of the day we want a good series. As Simon has turned around and said that things can't be done or things won't be adapted, then listen to him. He knows more than anyone right now. So don't be that fucking prick that jumps in and has a go. At the end of the day, Simon knows what's best. Simon knows what's going to come and what's happening. So don't be that person that goes after it, blah, blah, blah. Because it's just irritating. You're putting the fandom in bad light and you're hiding behind, you know, large numbers and stuff like that. So how about you just stop? How about you just let Simon and his team work on everything going on, and then we enjoy whichever series is coming back. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that it's right for these fans to constantly go after Simon? Which Sentai adaptation would you like if it's going to happen? And if it doesn't happen, what would you like to see in animated form? And if you haven't already, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the other videos on the channel, because there's quite a bit. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとう。チャンネル登録、高評価お願い。